Hello, I'm Chuck Phillip with South Alabama Home Inspections, and welcome to another edition of Southern Home Talk. I figured I would do a short video on what to expect when you buy your new house and you move into it. I'm talking about one that's just been built from the ground up, and so there's going to be a lot more than just this, but this is an issue I see with some people putting it up on social media. They're kind of concerned about it, and so I figured I would do an episode on this to kind of explain some of these issues that they think may be big problems. And just know that when you purchase a new house, more than likely when it was being built, that lumber got rained on during the process, and it also came damp from the lumber mill too. And also you more than likely have a poured slab, and it can take that slab a long time to dry out, and generally it can take about a year or even longer in some cases for your house to fully dry out. And so what happens during this drying process, it causes some shrinkage to occur, and so it's going to be quite normal to see some cracking in the drywall in different areas of the home. And so just know that's a good probability. That's just going to happen. Now, there are things that you can do to mitigate this issue as well. And so what I recommend you do is anytime you take a bath or shower, and that's for anyone in your household, to make sure you run that bath fan at least 10 minutes after doing so. And anytime you cook, that I recommend you run the range exhaust fan at 10 minutes as well, or even longer. Now, there's many kitchens that do not have externally vented range hoods, and generally that may not be the responsibility of the builder to put those in, but it should be a priority to do this. And I recommend that you put an externally vented range hood to the outside of the house, and don't let that just exhaust to the attic because it can create problems there. That's really the best way to remove indoor fumes, gases, humidity, and so forth. So that, and even heat. So, I recommend that be a priority that you do, take it upon yourself to have that installed if you don't have that. Now, another thing you can do, and I do this as well, is there's a product called Damp Rid. It's widely available, and I have these in all my closets. They come in buckets. They make them all different ways. And I have them in my closets, my pantry, and even in my cabinets. And these do a remarkable job of absorbing moisture in enclosed areas. And so that's one thing that I definitely recommend that you do. But what I don't recommend you do is add a dehumidifier. And like I said, I've read some articles and have done some research on this, that if you overly accelerate the drying process of your house, it can cause cracks in the drywall with displacement, and it can even potentially damage parts of the structure. So I don't recommend that you take aggressive dehumidification measures to your house. Probably the best tack to take is to let it dry naturally and just don't add to the problem. Now, you may even hear at night while you're trying to go to sleep loud pops, and that's probably going to be normal as well. It's where the lumber is starting to shrink in creating these noises. And so you may even notice that the registers on your ceiling are sweating, and that's probably going to be normal as well because we got a lot of moisture inside the home. Now, one thing that you can do, and I recommend you do this, is to open up your air conditioner return behind your filter. You'll see there's a white condensate pipe that goes to the exterior of your house, and that's cold water that goes through there, and sometimes that pipe can sweat. And so if that's doing that, I recommend taking pipe insulation and putting it on that pipe so it doesn't sweat and create a damp area inside the return, which can be conducive to pests. So you always want to keep these return areas as dry and clean as possible. And just know that your air conditioner's primary function is to heat and cool, and its secondary function is to dehumidify. And also, after the year has gone by and your house is mostly dried out, you want to try to keep your humidity inside the home between 45 and 50%. Your air conditioner is going to work a lot less. You're going to feel cooler at that level. And you can get these wireless temperature and humidity monitors relatively inexpensive. And I have them in my house. I monitor that in my attic, crawl space outside, and inside the home. More than likely you don't have a crawl space if you've got a new home. So I would monitor the temperature, humidity in your garage, in the attic, and inside the home, and put one monitor outside so you kind of sort of see what's going on with that in those areas. and to try to mitigate, any long-term moisture problems as well. You cannot feel humidity at 60%, and that's why you really need that monitor to do that for you. I hope this has been somewhat informative. I do have some other episodes on this channel that are really informative about this issue, and others as well. And so knowledge is savings, and hopefully this will save you too. And also like the Facebook page, because I put articles there, and I do follow-ups of these videos there as well, because I usually can't think of everything when I do these, and that's why I kind of put follow-up information. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys, and enjoy your new house.